What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we'll be taking another look at our alien friend that's supposed to be from Universe 11, but now has been placed in Universe 7. That of course is our good friend Jiren. Last time, we witnessed Jiren finally encounter Frieza. With help from the other fighters on Namek, especially the help of Goku and Jaco, Jiren was able to get ahead of Frieza and end up capturing him. But even though Jiren finally accomplished his goal, this doesn't mean his journey is over. If anything, it's just beginning. The same goes for Goku, who will be more active in this episode. For this part, let's set a like goal of 3,000 likes, and once we hit that, I'll continue this series with another part. Anyways, let's pick up from here. Just as a tiny side note, Vegeta does end up going to Earth, as I mentioned in the last episode. He didn't really have anywhere else to go, so once everyone departs Namek, he goes with them. But as for Goku, he's now part of the Galactic Patrol, just like he wanted to be. Chi-Chi hears the news, and while she's sad that Goku's away from home, she's glad that he got a job, because being a Galactic Patrol agent is actually pretty high paying. Although there is the concern about whether they'll pay in Zenny or not. But hey, the good thing is, he's assigned to Earth so he can visit whenever he wants. And a lot of the time he's actually stationed there, besides other times that he's needed around that general area. It's kind of a win-win. Goku gets to train, Goku gets to be on Earth, and he gets paid for it. Well, I guess that makes it a win-win-win. Goku just can't stop taking the wins here. Of course, a lot of the time, Goku's going to be reporting to Jiren and Jaco. Although he is powerful, he's still just starting out in the Galactic Patrol, and he'll need to prove himself before he moves up in the ranks. The good thing is, everyone on the force is pretty welcoming of him. Well, I mean, obviously it's Goku, who wouldn't like him? Okay, there's a few people that probably wouldn't like him, but anyways. One of the big reasons that Goku came here was so that he could train with Jiren, and of course, that's gonna happen. Jiren ends up bringing Goku into the Room of Spirit and Time, or at least the Galactic Patrol's version of it. Goku's used to it from Earth, although he's only been there for a few months. And from what he remembers, it's pretty intense, but this one, it isn't so bad. It's only 3 days instead of a whole year. So, Goku can spend a couple months in there training, and that'll equate to about a year. It doesn't save as much time as the one on Earth, but it still saves time, which is great, and it's a pretty intense training room. Both of these factors will help him get stronger in a shorter period of time. Not to mention, he'll be training with Jiren and Jaco. Goku begins thinking. He wants to know what's next for him in terms of power. There's gotta be something he can do to improve himself quickly. He's just been training with Kaioken, but then Jiren brings up something. The Galactic Patrol is pretty knowledgeable about Saiyans and other races, so Jiren would probably know the myth of Super Saiyan. They wouldn't know much about it, but the idea of the rumor is there. Is the Super Saiyan a singular person? Is it a state of being? Or could it possibly be a transformation? If Goku wants to be an effective Galactic Patrol agent, Jiren will have to make him stronger. He's already strong, but now Goku does want to surpass Jiren. Naturally, he's not the only one training. Meanwhile on Earth, Vegeta is training to surpass Kakarot. He also has no knowledge of Super Saiyan, but he assumes he already is one, so he's proud about that at least. Vegeta gets much stronger, but he never actually acts as a Super Saiyan. But at his current level, he should be above Kakarot's Kaio whatever, as Kakarot has to worry about stamina, and Vegeta's power is still pretty high. Piccolo has also trained with Gohan, but the two have kind of slacked off a bit, as has everyone else. They didn't have any real reason to train, although they've been keeping up with their regular routines. And with Goku's occasional visits to Earth, everyone else gets to meet Jiren. Jiren gets to actually look around Earth for once. He's heard about it and he's read about it, but he's never actually been there. Huh, what a curious planet. It's definitely home to some interesting things. But it seems like a good place. No wonder Goku is the way he is. Goku continues his training with Jiren and Jaco. The Galactic Patrol actually has some amazing tech, so they could probably cure the heart virus once Goku gets that, which they would probably even catch early. They would be making sure their agents are in perfect health. So, by doing some scans and some regular checkups, they may be able to catch it before it even becomes an issue. And that's another thing. What happens with Trunks? Well, there's no future time travel here, nor is Mecha Frieza coming to Earth. As for the time travel, you could obviously tell, the two timelines are going pretty much the same here, and Goku never died of the heart virus in either. But that doesn't mean Trunks isn't getting born. No, Vegeta and Bulma still get together, and Trunks is born early. I mean, Vegeta doesn't really have much else to do on Earth. But there's still a bit of a loose end though, that being King Cold. Well, we'll get to that. After Goku's heart virus is caught, and he's cured, Goku goes right back to training. He and Jiren watch over their parts of the galaxy, stopping some crime occasionally and protecting the well-being of the planets there. While all seems quiet now, there is one thing that Jiren is searching for, that being King Cold. It seems like the Frieza Force, or at least what little remains of it, is laying low after Frieza's arrest. A good chunk of the Frieza Force either died on Namek or got captured alongside Frieza. So, the army's numbers are incredibly small now, and King Cold is the only big target out there. Eventually, they are able to find King Cold, and the person to take him on is Jaco. Jaco's been training a lot here, and after all of this, he's become much stronger, and is a pretty decent match for King Cold. The two are pretty much on par, maybe even with Jaco a bit ahead. And just like Jiren, he's not going for a kill here, he's gonna go for an arrest. And no, this doesn't mean King Cold and Frieza are gonna share a cell together, that would be disastrous. He's transported to a completely separate high security facility away from Frieza. Both have been shrunk down and been placed into solitary confinement. They'll be spending the rest of their days in prison. With Goku's occasional visits to Earth, it could also mean that Goten is born a bit earlier. As I mentioned, Trunks already was. But due to his training in the Galactic Patrol's time chamber, Goku has a lot of extra time on his hands. He's not going to be training as rigorously on the outside, meaning he has a little bit extra family time, and that results in Goten being born a bit earlier too. So it seems like all is going well. Goku's getting stronger, King Cold has been arrested, Goten and Trunks are born, and Goku never caught the heart virus. Plus, Vegeta's continuing along his development too. He's finally beginning to soften up. So what's next? Well, one day, Goku gets a call. He's contacted by Krillin. Some strong fighters attacked a city, and they may need Goku's help. As the agent assigned to Earth, this is Goku's responsibility. Jiren will let him do it on his own. He wants to see how Goku's training has gone, and this will be a good test. When Goku arrives in the city, he meets up with everyone else. And they're met with two opponents, Androids 17 and 18. There's no 19 and 20 here, due to Trunks having not traveled back in time and causing that to happen. It's just the twins. It's weird, he can't seem to sense their ki, but he recognizes something. On the guy that's standing there, he's wearing a shirt that has the Red Ribbon logo. And the group's able to figure out pretty quickly that these guys are androids, and they're part of the Red Ribbon army, so they're definitely not good news. And this isn't really a clear-cut fight. One of the big things here is that the androids are weaker. As I usually do in my videos, and as Jiro does, whenever the fighters aren't the same strength as they were in canon, the androids are adjusted for that. So if the fighters are weaker, based off of Jiro's research, the androids will be weaker too, because he's not observing the same strong people. The group begins fighting, and it seems like they're not enough. Even when Goku uses Kaioken times 20, he's not even enough to take on one android. Combined, they may be able to hold one off. The androids keep their focus on Goku. He's their main target after all. So, disregarding the other fighters, they begin fighting Goku alone. This is too much. He's barely able to defend. He doesn't understand. He thought he was so strong from his training with Jiren. Goku ends up being defeated, laying on the ground badly injured and almost dead. The rest of the group is also beaten too, and they watch as the androids slowly walk up towards Goku. They even laugh about it. That was pretty easy. They didn't need to search out Goku. He came right to them. And after they kill Goku, they could finish off all those other runts over there. The twins each hold out a hand towards Goku, charging a blast together. But suddenly, Android 18 is kicked in the face by someone who jumps in from the side. Enraged, Gohan has jumped in again, empowered by his anger. He caught her off guard, but that's not going to happen again. Even with the rage boost, Gohan's not enough to defeat them. But this isn't the end. He keeps fighting, growing stronger and stronger from his rage. He keeps being knocked down, but also gets up right after. Goku tells him to stop, wanting him to be safe, as the androids then send him flying, knocking Gohan unconscious. They make sure Goku's watching, as they stand over Gohan pointing beams at him. But as they do, Goku begins to stand up. The ground is shaking, and everyone senses Goku's ki is rising. The androids stop charging their beams, looking over to see what's happening. They can't tell that Goku's getting stronger, but he also doesn't seem to be using that Kaioken thing he has either. Oh well, they might as well finish him off now that he's standing up. And this time the two don't hesitate. Together, they both launch beams at Goku. Goku shouts, the beams make contact and cause an explosion. But not because they ended up hitting Goku. No, he defended against them. As the smoke from the blast dissipates, Goku's standing there. Both his arms are in front of him, with the orange top that he's wearing torn. But immediately, everyone notices something different about him. Besides his massive increase in power and the golden aura around him, his eyes have changed color, as has his hair, and it's spiked up. Although angered, Goku has a moment of lucidity. He already can tell what just happened. This is what Jiren was telling him about. He wasn't sure how to access it or what it even was, but he definitely knows that this is it right now, as does Vegeta. Goku has turned into a Super Saiyan, out of anger and a desire to protect Gohan. The androids just look confused. They can't tell that Goku's powered up, but they can see the visible change. He looks over, asking if anyone has a Senzu bean. Krillin flings one over to Goku. He catches it, and no, he's not going to be giving one to the androids. He takes it for himself, as Krillin then goes over to Gohan to give him one too. Goku eats it and gets healed, restoring all his injuries and empowering him even further. Not only does he have Super Saiyan now, but being healed gave him a Saiyan power boost, and everyone's just amazed at how strong he is. Unaware of his own power, Goku launches over to Android 18, faster than she can even react. With one punch, she's knocked away into a building, as 17 then attacks. Goku dodges and blocks against all his attacks, getting some hits in on his own. He does considerable damage to Android 17. Goku is clearly stronger here, but not by an insanely huge amount. 18 gets back up, weakly launching a ki blast towards Goku. 17 jumps up to avoid it as Goku catches it in his hands. He chuckles as he then looks up towards 17, flinging the blast up towards him. How funny, injured by a blast from his own sister. Goku jumps up in the air, slamming 17 into the ground. 18 flies up trying to fight Goku, but just like her brother, Goku's avoiding all her attacks. In a much similar fashion to how she broke Vegeta's arm, Goku delivers a kick from the side, breaking her arm and sending her down to the ground. As she and 17 weakly try to get up, Goku launches a Kamehameha. 17 narrowly rolls out of the way as 18 is consumed by it, now dead. 17's confused. How did things change so quickly? Goku's surprised that he avoided it, even seeing a barrier around Android 17, and prepares another attack just for this android. 17 has the option to fight or to escape, and of course the only good one is to leave. Throwing down some ki blasts, 17 creates a smokescreen, and since he can't be sensed, he's able to escape pretty quickly. Goku looks around, wondering if he's going to launch a sneak attack. But after some time, he realizes that 17 took the coward's way out and fled the fight. Goku powers down as everyone looks in amazement. How did he do that so easily? And what was that transformation that he used? Vegeta jumps in and says that there's no doubt about it, that's the Super Saiyan. As Goku agrees, Vegeta's surprised that he even knows this much about it, but Goku says that he's heard something from Jiren about it. It was some myth apparently and no one was really sure what it was, but this definitely has to be it. Although, there's an issue now. 17 is somewhere on the run, but he's probably going to be laying low for a while. They need to keep an eye out for him, but in the meantime, everyone else can at least train for Super Saiyan. That way, the next time he shows up, they'll be prepared. So, what about Cell here? Well, since there's no time traveler, there's also no Cell here, at least the future version of Cell. Present Cell still exists. He won't be around for a while, but for the time being, he remains untouched in Jiro's lab. We'll actually get to see him down the line, but it remains to be seen what he's gonna do. There's a lot of other stuff to get through before he arrives. Right now, that leaves everyone open to train. Goku doesn't really want to go in the Room of Spirit in time for a whole year, but he tells Vegeta that he would go in for a few months at the very least. And now, with his experience in the Galactic Patrol's time chamber, this one shouldn't be too bad. He just doesn't really want to age too much. And it works out really well. Since they're going to be in there for a shorter amount of time, that means they'll have extra food, meaning Gohan can join them too. They are the only 3 Saiyans here that are able to fight, so instead of 2 separate trips in there, they can all go in together. Goku's goal is to see if he can access this willingly and easily, while the other 2 focus on actually getting the form. After a few months in there, let's say about 8, they all walk out with access to Super Saiyan. Goku's already been thinking ahead and is trying to go above it even. But if he even does end up making any progress, the only thing he could probably unlock is Grade 2. As for Vegeta and Gohan, they're stuck in Grade 1 right now. Although, they're all really strong. Not only do they get to train in there, but unlocking the form empowers them even further. Goku then realizes, crap, it's been a while since he saw Jiren. Well, really it's only been about 2 days, but from Goku's point of view it's been nearly a year. He should report back to headquarters and say what's happened. Earth should be defined defending itself for right now. He won't even be gone for too long. So temporarily, Goku takes his ship and goes back to the Galactic Patrol headquarters. Jiren and Jaco have been watching in their free time, and they figure out what's happened. So, 2 threats came to Earth, and they seem pretty powerful. Goku killed one and one escaped, because Goku was able to actually unlock Super Saiyan. Needless to say, Jiren is impressed and happy. And it seems Goku even got some extra training while he was down there. Goku thanks Jiren too. Not only did he teach him about the idea of Super Saiyan, but he actually stole one of Jiren's ideas. Jiren has his full power form, and Goku kinda took that into account, which is actually how he discovered Super Saiyan Grade 2. Although not a massive improvement over Super Saiyan, it's still somewhat of an improvement. And it's good, this will further help with Goku's training. After all this time, Goku's actually closing in on the level of Jiren. Jiren may need to pick up the pace. Jaco's a little mad due to being left in the dust a bit, but he's still strong, so it's good for him. Goku does keep a close eye on Earth, making sure 17 doesn't show up again, but it remains quiet for a while. Months pass, even a year passes, everyone on Earth continues their training, trying to get stronger just in case he shows up again. Or any other potential androids for that matter. So what has 17 been up to? Well, it's not like he's been doing nothing. He's been laying low, basically just trying to blend in as a normal human. He can't go around having fun and killing people like normal. But in his free time, he's been trying to train himself. He has 2 goals right now. 1, get revenge on Goku, and 2, bring 18 back. 17's basically been surviving as a thief for now. And the next thing he wants to steal is something that he's heard about, the Dragon Balls. After returning to Jiro's lab and studying all the blueprints and everything there, he was able to find some old Red Ribbon technology. And it's just what he needed. It's a Dragon Radar. But of course, if he's going to search for the Dragon Balls, he needs to remain low. So, he begins his quest to gather them. And this is where we'll leave off for now. So what did you guys think about this part? What do you think will happen with Android 17? And how will Goku's training go with Jiren? Will Vegeta and Gohan get stronger? And most importantly, Will Jocko find a way to get stronger? Leave all your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal so we can get another part to the series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe, as well as hitting the bell icon to get notified about any future parts of this What If, or any other videos that I upload on my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.